Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you are and around the globe because we are a global digital radio. And I would like to say that we have, I think, marked our first month of ECQ, and we're still doing great. Yes, none, but nothing will can stop us from living joyously still. I know it's just a matter of mindset, and what we want to emphasize now is positivism, positivity, um, because nagawa nga natin to for the past month eh. So we definitely can do it, stretch it a little more. It's very important to stay home and make sure that everyone is healthy around us. Okay, now let us call in Ral and find out kung ano yung mga bago kasi we want to know how he's been kasi talagang we're working from different areas. It's all the way in the north. I am in the mid-south. If it's called the middle south, I'm in Makati, he's in Quezon City. Um, so we want to find out kung ano yung naging realization kasi one of the things that I've been thinking, Ral, was, di ba sinasabi ng ating station ID that we are the future of radio and proud to
Right.
say that we are because it's been some time that we have been broadcasting using the digital space. It's not,
That's right.
like the major, but even the major networks now, proudly, they're also broadcasting the same way. So us,
We're
they
following
can
suit.
download us from iOS, Android apps, Play Store. It can be an app. V81 Radio can be an app. You can download the app, and also we are live streamed and on demand on v81radio.com, live streaming on Facebook and Amazon Echo. So yeah, that's one of the great realizations. And when we did this, parang it was just right smack, um, right before the LGUs are the most important frontliners. Kasi we've been featuring them kung ano yung kaunlaran or at pagbabago sa kanya-kanyang lugar. And then
Right.
right now, it's the very people ang ang ating frontliners, ang ating bagong heroes, kung ang si Bayani. So a lot of things that you will realize it's been a good reflection to stay at home and realize that so much can be done. I've never been more productive. um, I'm hardly online, although I have to be more online to monitor things, but it's been so busy that I couldn't really keep up. I'd be more online before when I was in meetings. Uh, um, that's uh, that's something that I have to admit, embarrassingly somehow. But we were so connected to this, and now we realize that we are more with our families. Although I am very much in touch with my family 24/7. Every the first day of quarantine, we have this group chat and have a big family, and we're just constantly updating each other on whatever thoughts. So kayo naman over there in the north, how is everything?
Hello. Yeah, was that for me, Rachel?
Pardon? How are you?
Oh yeah, hello. Good morning. Good morning to Filipinos all over the world. Yes, we're good. Yeah, I remember you mentioned something about realizations during this quarantine. Kasi actually, ano na ba tayo? 33, 34 days in sa quarantine, no?
Yeah.
Grabe, so over a month na tayo. Nakaya natin, di ba?
Ten, di
Actually,
ba?
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who say na yun nga na parang they miss going out, but actually ako I'm very thankful for this quarantine. Eh. I mean, I guess also I think there's a lot of things to be grateful for. One is, for example, because we for our company we work from home now. So ano naman, hindi lahat nag-skeletal force kami, but at least yun nga, one of the most obvious things that I'm really grateful for is I don't need to waste time going to the office, going through all that traffic. Kasi 'di ba, before I used to take about two to 2.5 hours one way to go to work. That's
Yeah,
another two and a half, sometimes 3 hours to go home. So
right.
ngayon, yung time na yun, I can use to exercise, 'di ba?
Do
Or there are
you?
a lot more, huh?
Do you exercise?
Yeah. I do
Yeah.
exercise.
Yeah.
And then yun nga. So I also have more time now with my kids because I have two kids. Um, our eldest daughter is 5 years old, so she's at that age now na ang sarap niyang turuan because they're like sponges, 'di ba? Pag ganitong age. So I have a lot more teaching moments with her. I'm very happy about that. And I'm also able to see how our youngest is growing kasi he's just what like 11 months old now. Siyempre nakakatuwa, malapit na maglakad, yung mga ganyan.
Yeah.
And in the middle of work, if for example I want to hug or kiss my wife, then I can just
Oh,
go,
that's
diba?
so
So I
sweet.
can go there and then help her out with the kids for a few minutes, diba? Because we don't have yayas eh.
I
Um,
never
no,
did.
no, never, and it's by choice, so that
Yeah,
we want to be very hands on. Eh.
but you,
Um,
that's a revelation because she does work full time also.
yeah, but she has her hours are very flexible. So sometimes she can even take one or both kids to the office. May
Ah,
mga ganyan. So medyo, medyo mas madali because of that. And
okay.
then in terms naman of working, ako I'm also very happy in terms of the work because before parang we always never have time to parang a lot of the things that we do for work is like firefighting. But now, parang since you have more time, we're able to now focus on taking care of standardizing processes that we didn't used to have time to do before. So medyo ako I feel like there's a lot to be happy and grateful for because of this quarantine. Uh,
Ironically, no?
yeah,
Yes,
yeah. Actually, they say kasi it depends on how you look at it, eh, 'di ba?
right. It's
If
always the
you
mindset.
Yun nga, 'di ba? If you keep thinking about the things that you're not able to do anymore, parang mas doon lang mapupunta yung focus mo. You're gonna have more things to want to either complain about or to comment about. Pero if you think about it from a more positive standpoint or angle, ang dami niyang nagagawa eh. Ang daming things that mga things that you used to take for granted, but now you're able to maximize on them.
Yes. And so you mentioned you're allowing work from home. Of course, there's no other way. But
Yeah.
skeletal. When you say skeletal, does it mean they take turns?
No,
Skeletal meaning not everyone.
actually, yeah. Unfortunately, we had to limit our skeletal. We had to limit the skeletal force, and then the rest, ano muna, parang we had to put them on forced leave. Unfortunately, that's why now we're also actually I'm very happy naman with the support of the government, yung financial assistance for small and medium businesses, or for example, yung camp, if you're
Yeah.
familiar, 'di ba? Yung camp, which is what does it stand for? Parang COVID-19 Adjustment Measures Program from
Mm-hmm.
Dole.
Yeah.
So, and then there's another one that just got released a couple days ago, yung SBWS, or the Small Business
Small
Wage Subsidy. Yeah, so yung I think it's in collaboration between the Department of Finance, SSS, BIR, which will um, which will help about what I think 1.5 million small businesses and 3.4 million SMEs by um, giving financial assistance of anywhere from 5,000 to 8,000 pesos per employee. That's pretty
A
significant,
lot.
and this is yeah, and this is outside of the camp or the
Okay.
COVID-19 adjustment measures program. But parang they're using naman the same system, so parang they also don't want, like for example, I think from what I understand, um, the companies or employees who were already able to receive their financial assistance from camp, they can now only get 1 out of the 2 months financial assistance from the SBWS or the Small Business Wage Subsidy.
Mm-hmm.
And then nakakatuwa because we're now seeing that parang medyo mas nagiging tech savvy na rin even yung government, 'di ba? SSS, BIR, everything's online. That's one thing that I think will be an effect of this ECQ or this pandemic, no? Because of this lockdown period. After this, more and more people, more and more businesses are going to be more open to doing things online.
Yes, which is to your advantage, right?
Yes, because that's our business. So for
Yeah.
digital transformation, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, for digital transformation, from far the way I remember your business, it's more on enterprise building.
Yes. Well, actually, typically our target market are micro, small, and medium enterprises. When I say micro, not naman the small side of micro, yung medyo large micro na, large side of micro.
Yeah.
So basically we help them automate and seamlessly integrate their business processes, from whether it be sales, purchasing, inventory or warehouse management, accounting, manufacturing, those things, or even their CRM, customer relationship management, or email marketing, marketing automation to automate their emails. Some of our clients use the marketing automation or automated marketing for their billing and collection. So you don't, para hindi ikaw lagi yung naniningil manually. Parang i-automate mo na yung paniningil mo sa mga receivables mo.
Oo, pero sasamahan pa din ng calls, ganyan.
Well, actually, yun nga, we are the affordable version of that because yun nga, because our target is our micro, small, and medium businesses. Our
Mm-hmm.
our pricing is also suited to micro, small, and medium businesses. So we are, yun nga, we're the affordable version of the. If you're familiar with the big brands like, yeah, so yung
No,
mga
no,
SAP.
everyone's benefit. What are the big brands just so they know which
All right.
particular.
So yeah, so the bigger brands are like SAP or Oracle, NetSuite, Microsoft Dynamics. Those are the known brands in terms of the ERP or business process automation space. They've been around for a long time, for decades, no, for um, and then so usually lang those brands, when they were specifically designed kasi initially a long time ago for large corporations. So for you to be able to afford that, usually it's mostly the large corporations and conglomerates who can afford that. As we know, about 96 to 98% of the businesses here in the Philippines are comprised of small and medium or micro, small and medium. So those are the businesses that we really want to help. Actually, at the moment, there's one thing that we're doing, that we're offering now because of this pandemic, this very unexpected pandemic. Ano, we're offering now to small and medium businesses free CRM to help them with their email marketing, um, basically managing their leads to opportunities until able to convert those clients to paid clients. No, we're offering that for one year free. And then if they decide to subscribe after the 1 year, it's still very, very affordable. That's one way we're trying to reach out and extend the hand and help out small and medium businesses.
Oh, so paano nila malalaman that, what's your info campaign that they can avail of these services?
Well, yeah, so we're email blasting it to all of our contacts and network. At the same time, we're also posting it in our social media pages, which are in Facebook and LinkedIn. So it's Agilis Group on Facebook. You also find us as Agilis Group on LinkedIn. And then actually just 3 days ago, I think we just started an Instagram an Instagram account. We'll see how that goes. So very, very new. Yeah, so that's how we're spreading the word about how we want to help out these small and medium businesses.
Okay, so up until yung pinaka-micro would be something like what we have in your roster. Yung
Siguro
pinaka,
we have one, for example. It's a business that has just one user, meaning the owner is also the the employee. He's a one man team, and his business is in laundry. It's they're called the Laundry Project. It's I really like his concept. No, this is the first one I witnessed or I found out about that. What he does, he's um he's a laundry service, but what he does is he picks up your
okay.
laundry, brings it to his shop, washes it, dries it, folds it, right? Or irons it, and then brings it back to you. Yung talagang pantamad. Yung talagang wala ka nang kailangan gawin. So, hindi mo na kailangan dalhin sa laundry. Hindi mo na rin kailangan i-pick up. He'll do everything for you. Diba? So, mga ganyang business, so he's just a one-man show. Um,
One man,
one man.
no
I mean,
staff.
so, no, well, one man for the user. He has a staff who drives because he's starting out just in Makati, a section of Makati lang, and then so
Oh,
he's piloting there, and then if he depending on his success there, he'll start to expand on a wider area.
so
Pero 'di
you
ba,
mean,
nakakatuwa eh.
yeah, nakakatuwa, but like here, kasi nga, if you live in a community like where I live, a lot of
Hmm,
working people, they do have a
right.
pickup service and they deliver it to you. But what is the technology twist angle of his business? I mean,
Oh,
because
he's
he's
no, he has an app. It's called the Laundry Project app. So basically, parang siyang, it's sort of like Grab, 'di ba? So for you ask for your laundry to be picked up using the app.
oh, he has an app. So
Yeah,
there,
there's a
that's
mobile app. Yeah,
okay. So that's where he is unique, the app. Because
yeah. Sorry, I
otherwise,
wasn't able to mention that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he
no,
has an
because
app.
I was
Um,
thinking, oh wow, he's never heard of a laundry pickup service.
no, because of the app. Sorry, I wasn't able to mention. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right. And he's doing the app. You're the one who developed the app. Agilis
No,
Group.
no, he already has the app. So basically, what we helped him with was his integration from his sales, inventory, purchasing, and then all the way to accounting. So he has real-time visibility, business intelligence, and data anytime, anywhere he is, using what we helped him with. No, so that has also a mobile app, and then it can also be accessible any device. So he can access through his desktop, laptop. If he has a tablet, he can use it through his mobile phone also.
Okay, okay. Is he
Yeah,
the tech himself, or he got
yeah,
a certificate?
yeah. Because when we met him, he already had the app. Basically, he had
Ah,
the app. It's just that all of the rest of his back end functions were all manual pa. So he didn't want, because with manual processes kasi 'di ba, sometimes there's always human error. So minsan nagkakaroon discrepancy yung numbers. You're not sure how accurate your data is. So here it's streamlined. So even it's easier now for him. He tells us it's easier now for him to add more employees eventually,
Right.
because everything's all standardized, real time, and integrated na eh.
So
Yeah.
mas scalable siya, no?
Yes.
Okay. So when right before we get into break, you were saying that you will have a new norm when this is all over, the ECQ is all over, and you actually make some of your people work from home
Yeah.
regularly.
Actually, what we're seeing because of this is, first off, I see that because of this experience of working from home, initially, obviously, there's always a transition. So nakakatawa pa yan. When we first started, I had to create a new handbook for for our company. Kasi iba yung rules and regulations, the policies and guidelines if you're in the office and when you're at home, because obviously we don't know what you guys are doing at home. There's no real way to track it unless you have like a paid software. There's certain software that you can get, like it's going to
Yeah.
track the movement of your mouse or how often you're typing. But if you don't want to spend for that, basically we have I made a separate handbook or policies and guidelines wherein like it would have stuff like kailangan if because we're obviously utilizing like Facebook Messenger, Viber, all of these messaging apps. So dapat if for example you were tagged in a message, dapat in 30 minutes or less you should have either acknowledged or answered. Bawal ang scene zone, for example. 'Di ba? Like,
Okay.
kasi kailangan eh. Kasi hindi pwede because you can't tap each other on your shoulders because we're all spread out in different locations. You need to be available to your team. So if anyone needs anything from you, you always need to be there. If you're gonna need to, obviously we also allow them, let's say they have to take care of a grandma, or they have to take care of they have to go out to buy groceries. Obviously we have to allow that. That's all well and good, as long as you let the team know that okay, I'm gonna leave from this time, and then I'll return approximately around this time. So before that, you should already have someone who will take over your workload for you during that time, or at least let the team know that you won't be there for that time, so they'll be able to find workarounds during your absence. Parang ganon, yung mga ganyang ways of doing things that we didn't used to do before this ECQ, no, in the office we didn't used to do this.
Okay.
At
So
least not.
transitionary then. You
Yeah, yeah.
foresee transitioning. And we're speaking of transition, so let's transition first for a short break and come back with reminders on what to do during this ECQ. So let's have a short break and we'll be back in a matter of minute.
Samahan na natin si Rachel Bonus at Ral Santos dito sa KPI, Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo. Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide.
Older adults and people of any age who have serious underlying medical conditions may be at higher risk for severe complications from COVID-19. This group includes people 65 years and older, people who live in a nursing home or long-term care facility, and people of all ages with underlying medical conditions, which include those with chronic lung disease and moderate to severe asthma, people who have serious heart conditions, those with severe obesity or a body mass index of 40 or higher, people with diabetes, those with chronic kidney disease undergoing dialysis, and people with liver disease, and people who are immunocompromised, including those going through cancer treatment, smokers, transplant patients, those with poorly controlled HIV or AIDS, and those who experience prolonged use of corticosteroids or other immune-weakening medications. If you are at higher risk for severe illness from COVID-19, take actions to reduce your risk of getting sick. Have supplies on hand. Take everyday precautions like washing your hands with soap and water. Avoid travel. Stay home as much as possible. Avoid all cruise and non-essential travel, and have a plan for if you get sick. If you have symptoms like fever, cough, and shortness of breath, call your doctor. Call 911 if you have emergency warning signs, including difficulty breathing or shortness of breath, persistent pain or pressure in the chest, new confusion or inability to wake, or bluish lips. To learn more, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19 or coronavirus.gov. Let's work together to protect ourselves, our families, and our communities. Thank you.
Big Benta, a Pinoy e-commerce site made for you. Enjoy hassle-free shopping with multiple payment options available. May local support din, ready to assist. So you can enjoy peace of mind when you shop. Visit our website to check different product offerings. Get anything you want and avail everything you need in just one click. Big Benta, e-commerce made for you.
Hi, this is Jaya. Pinoy music ba ang hanap mo? Well, download the V81 radio mobile app available at the App Store and Google Play Store. Free now, free forever. Ganun!
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man ito'y mapapakinggan. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko. Dahil mahal namin kayo. Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio.
Samahan na natin si Rachel Bonus at Raul Santos dito sa KPI, Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo. Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide.
Hi there, we are back and Raul has some news for us. So just sharing how everything has been for the past 2 weeks. Has it improved, Raul? COVID-wise, so syempre.
Yes, COVID-wise, the head count. Yeah, actually, I was going through the numbers nga, meaning when we had our first episode, I think it was March 28, no? At that time, the cases were 803 pa lang. Tapos eventually jumped to 3,000. Parang a week later, it jumped to 3,018. Parang that was like a 375% increase. And then from there, 2 weeks later, actually lumiliit na yung increase in terms of percentage. Now, the head count last is 5,878 cases. In terms of deaths, we are now at 387 deaths so far. What I'm very happy about the recovery, parang ang laki nung ini-increase ng recovery natin. From I think from the first episode, March 28, the recoveries then were 31. A week later, parang 54 lang. And then now, from 54 2 weeks ago, it's 487 recoveries now. That's about
Yeah.
almost 1,000%, mga 900% increase in recoveries. So talagang grabe yung mga frontliners natin, our COVID superheroes.
Yeah, that's a nice one. COVID superhero. That's a good one. Because later on, hindi lang naman ang ating mga doctors, which are very important because sila yung talagang nagkakaroon ng mataas ang mortality, to think about it in terms of
Right.
ratio. And it's not just the medical practitioners, but please, we have to remember those people still serving us and tinataya nila yung buhay nila, yung mga nasa supermarkets.
Yeah,
And
even the delivery guys, yung mga dumadaan sa checkpoints.
yes, and talagang syempre nakaka-tension din kasi talagang ini-inspect if what they have, the delivery
Yeah.
guys, are food or are they essential. Pero may
Right.
mga lumusot pa rin ng mga non-essentials, I should say. But at least, it's not the same. Now, also, we have those na nagvo-volunteer at naggagawa ng feeding program. And later on,
Oh,
we will
that's right.
have someone who's very, very interesting. She's lived a full life. Every time I met her, I think in November, and she was just so amazing. She's based in New York, and she's married to one of the very few pop art living artists, ala Andy Warhol. And
Wow.
he's been featured in New York. Very interesting. And then you should go to her Scout Ibardolaza restaurant. It's a vegetarian place, but the food there doesn't even taste vegetarian at all. Later
Oy,
on,
pwede yan.
yes, we will have her. But in the meantime, ay kailangan i-review lang natin kasi nga, di ba, maganda yung ating trajectory, hindi masyadong nag-i-increase at gumaganda yung rate of recovery.
Yes.
Pero nakikita natin na marami pa rin mga pasaway sa ibang lugar.
Ayun lang.
Talagang lumalabas kasi bored na sila sa bahay. Now, if you
Right.
think about it, up to a certain point, I can understand. Kasi yung mga lumalabas, syempre, nakatira sila dun sa, dikit-dikit sila na mga
Right.
bahay. So, ano bang pwede gawin? Understandably, alam nga namang umupo ka lang doon, mag-isa doon sa maliit na bahay. By the way, I live in a shoebox condo now. So,
Right.
parang we have to be thankful we have the internet. Kung lalabas man sila, siguro dyan lang sa corridor. Kasi nakakita na ako ng mga neighborhoods na dyan lang. So, hanggang dyan lang. Or meron silang parang, siguro at the most, they can venture out yung parang medyo malaki na basketball court. But please, hindi tayo pwedeng magsabong, yung mga ganyan. Kasi merong mga nangyayaring nagsasabong or merong nagsusugal, thinking na pare-pareho sila na negative naman. So,
right. Or actually,
yes.
Ako actually parang naisip ko nga parang if those people also just think about it in a different way, like instead of parang naboboard na ako, parang if you think about it, yung mga tao na merong COVID, for example, in the hospitals, yung mga tao na yung gustong-gustong umuwi, di ba? Ikaw na sa bahay ka na, you're already with your loved ones, kasama mo na yung pamilya mo, di ba? Parang, hindi ka ba dapat maging masaya, magpasalamat ka na kasama yung family mo? Baka this is your chance to, let's say, pagandahin yung bahay mo, di ba?
Right,
decorate
yan
mo
ang
lang kung paano
ginawa.
mo gustong, talaga, yun, di ba? Or
Yeah,
baka pwede ka nang yung kahit kayo-kayo lang sa bahay, house party, listen to music, sing, dance, have fun.
right.
Or if
That's
you like to
true.
pray or meditate, give thanks or praise, or if
Yeah,
you're more of parang you like to read, now is the time to do it, to write, to draw, to paint, meron akong mga friends, ang dami nilang na tatapos na ng mga courses sa Coursera, nag-graduate sila sa
yeah,
courses na parang from Ivy League schools na courses, 'di ba? So meron
right,
silang
right.
certificate, they can use that for their future jobs. They can
Yeah,
even if you like to teach, there are jobs out there online wherein you can teach English to other, let's say to Chinese or to Europeans, to Koreans, or you could just clean your house. Yun nga, organize, decorate. If you like to
yeah.
cook, diba?
Yeah,
Create
it's
rest.
amazing. Like you were saying, Mia does everything because it's
Oh yeah,
hard. I mean, between two toddlers and to cook, but I'm sure, because
right,
me, I've let go, which is um, perfect time naman na hindi na kami magkasama kasi syempre kailangan din niya kasama yung pamilya niya, yung aming angel at home.
right.
So, it's a good thing then kasi kung I'm sure ay talagang ano yung mababother siya that she's not with her family. So,
Oh,
we really want everyone to stay at home. And why is this important? Let's go back to our interview with Dr. Naval Rivas.
right.
She is the head of the mental wellness department in Cardinal Santos. So, okay, let me share that particular interview then.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm sharing it. I wondered if the tech will.
Oh, there it is.
There, great. Okay, so
Ang
nagpa-play na
ikli pa
ba?
ng buhok ko niya, no?
Ha?
Ang laki ng hinaba ng buhok ko during this quarantine.
Humaba ba? Yes.
Oh, may hati na nga ako ngayon eh.
Pwede tayo just brewing
Ah,
the
there.
bad
Okay.
side. Di ba may sinasabing asymptomatic, wala pa tayong symptoms. Lalo na kung lumabas ka, uh, yung quarantine, yung 2 weeks of quarantine, 2 weeks of lockdown sa atin, supposedly assured us na, oh, parang wala ako. Diba? Wala akong symptoms, wala akong nakuha. But that is if you really stayed home for that 2 week period. And remember, meron kang representative sa bahay na mamalengke. Meron kang nag-grocery, nag-pharmacy. Now, that is dependent on yung disinfection practices nyo naman sa bahay. Siniguro bang hindi nakapagdala ng virus yung taong lumabas sa loob ng bahay mo. Siya ba mismo hindi nakakuha ng virus kung lumabas siya. So, kumbaga, that's another count, no? Kung sigurado yun, yung 2 weeks na nag-isolate tayo, wala tayo nang i-worry sa kasamahan natin sa loob ng bahay. Kung walang nagde-develop ng symptom. So ako nga sa pamilya ko, sa my relatives, sinasabi ko, make sure ang lalabas yung marunong. Yung marunong na hindi na makukuha yung virus sa labas at marunong paano mag-disinfect bago pumasok ng bahay. Okay, so we're all PUMs. Now, pag nag-start ka magkaroon ng sintomas, may fever ka, meron kang, ang mga top sa list is dry cough, sore throat, fever. No? And that's a very usual thing for other viruses also. So, magtatanong ka. And that's when the second line, let's say not the frontliners, but that's when the second line doctors come helping the system. We try to talk to, let's say, our private patients or friends. We try to tell our friends, okay, tell your friends of friends of friends that I'm open to questions like that. If DOH line is so busy answering questions like that, then I'm open. Call me, text me, ask me, so that we can guide you. And then we can monitor also the progression of your illness. Marami akong natatanggap na call na, in 3 days time, okay na pala ako, doktora. O di hindi na pumunta ng emergency room yun, di ba? Kasi pag nadadagdagan ng takot, magra-rush talaga. And they're safe to go to the emergency room.
Okay, so there we know that please, merong ibang line of defense that you can ask first. Kasi ngayon, especially, okay. Kasi ngayon, especially, kailangan meron tayong barangay health emergency response team. Sila yung first line na kailangan i-approach. Kasi kausap ko lang kahapon yung isang barangay captain from Rojas District, barangay chair, doktor siya. So at 2 a.m., imagine what these barangay chair and barangay officials go through. At 2 a.m., naka-receive siya ng tawag, sabi, pakisundo ako sa St. Luke's because St. Luke's won't accept dahil hindi sila assigned COVID center. But he has the symptoms when he was admitted, when they were registered. So no one, syempre walang sasakyan, di ba? So dapat talaga, it's the barangay health emergency response team. Kasi meron na ngayong assigned quarantine areas na dun magpupunta, that even hospitals are asking us to please tell the LGUs, we're serving as a conduit, to please tell the LGUs and dun sa ating mga kababayan, may mga mag-anak dito at sa mga iba nating followers na tell your respective families na merong, if you ever feel anything, barangay health emergency response team or yung tinatawag na BERT para kung talagang symptoms nyo ay related to COVID, dadalhin muna kayo sa quarantine area for monitoring. Sabi nga ni Dr. Naval Vivas, lahat tayo person under investigation kasi we never know anymore.
Actually, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So by the time we exhibit the symptoms right away, we have to be monitored for a certain number of days if it will develop COVID. At ang kinaganda is, katulad ng Marikina, magtatayo na sila nung rapid testing by next week. Bubuksan na nila. So our monitoring will be faster because it's important to know the information, to have the proper tools, to be able to test and get. Another thing,
kasi yung Marikina di ba?
Yes, they remember our guest last week, si Vince. He supplies the misting test.
Right.
So si Marikina was also one of the very first clients he has. Actually, yung misting tents, it gives them peace of mind, just like the masks. It's so confusing already because World Health Organization has been saying the masks are not really effective, and yet it is a requirement for us already. Kasi you never know.
I think who changed it na Parang their directive on that changed na Parang I think initially sabi nila masks aren't that important if you're not exhibiting symptoms. Pero ngayon I think they changed their minds na, 'di ba? Parang binaliktad na nila yung message.
Okay. So, ngayon tingnan natin ang nangyayari sa Quiapo because ang kinaganda ng Quiapo ay nagbibigay sila, kasi di ba ang dami sabi, paano yan, magugutom kami. But si Quiapo has been very ingenious in feeding. Kaya nga, pagkatapos ito iniisip ko, ba't kaya hindi ganong types of food ang ilagay sa relief packs? Kasi nilalagay yung mga sardinas. Ay, matako ako. Pwede kong snack yung sardinas. So, pero ang kinaganda, si Cap mismo, si Cap Joey Hamisola ng Quiapo, where you see Quiapo Church, Plaza Miranda, yun ang section niya.
Okay.
Pinapakain niya munggo, ginataan, yung mga ganyan.
Yung pang maraming kanin. Maraming mabubusog sa ganun
Oo, tsaka nakikita ko pwedeng kumuha ng seconds eh. Kasi nga,
Oh.
di ba? Parang
Tama,
tubong
tama.
daw. So, pakita na natin din kung anong ginagawa ng Quiapo because he's really supposed to be with us but his connection is so bad. PLDT.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day
that someone somehow will soon make a change.
We are all a part of God's great big family, and the truth, love is all we need. We are the children. We are the ones to make a better day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we'll make a better day. Just you and me. Well, set up your heart. Oh, so they know that someone cares. So their cries for help will not be in vain. We can't let them suffer. No, we cannot turn away.
Right now, they need a helping hand. No someone lie. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start living.
Oh, there's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives.
It's you will make a better day. Just you and me.
When you're down and out, and there seems no hope at all.
But if you just believe, there's no way we can fall.
Well, I'll see you lies. Oh, that change cannot be called when we stand together as one. We are the world. We are the children. We are the children. We are the ones who make a better day. So let's start giving.
Gotta start giving.
We're saving our own lives.
Well, it's true, we make a better day.
Just you and me.
We are the ones who make a better day.
So let's start giving.
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me. We are the ones.
We are children. Let's start giving.
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me.
Come on now, let me hear you.
We are the world. We are children. Let's start giving. It's true. It's true. We all need somebody that we can lean on. When you wake up, look around and see that your dream's gone. When the earthquakes will help you make it through the storm. When the floor breaks,
Okay. So is it
All right.
all right? Thank you very much, Kap. Alam mo si Kap pa mismo nagluluto si Chair Joey pa nagluluto kasi
Talaga.
I was
Talagang
calling
service love.
talaga serve di ba they say what is the secret behind good cooking? And it said that when it's done with love, and that's really what he does. And you've seen
Ayun
how he
nga.
would hand out the bags of relief goods to the doorstep, at the doorstep of his constituents. Tapos,
Right.
nagpa-practice pa sila ng social distancing. Yun nga parang we were saying, nakita naman natin how congested the neighborhood is.
Mm.
So, yeah, step out, but please, hindi tayo pwedeng mag-party. Hindi tayo pwedeng gather. Kung gusto nyo mag-karaoke, kasi talagang maskip yung neighborhood. Magkakarinigan kayo. Alam mo yung sa mga neighborhood na pag nagkaraoke yung kapitbahay, para ka na rin nagkakaraoke.
Oo, kakaraoke yung buong barangay.
So, ganun na lang dapat. Kasi, everyone, unless kaya nyo gawin yung mga ginagawa nila Kap, nila Chair, Joey, na sila yung luto, sila yung magdi-distribute, nakakapagod talaga. Natatandaan mo yung si Chair Nebong last,
Ay, oo.
iyak pa siya talaga. Kasi
Oo
talaga,
nga eh.
I wanted to show that, but next week we'll show it. In fact, kahit tong kay Chair na video, naiyak ako nung nire-review ko kagabi kasi meron pang Feed the World na na song na background music. And that's so
Nakakatawa yung kay Cap Nebong eh. Parang nahuli mo pa ako nun eh. Affected na affected ako eh.
grabe. Kasi alam mo na, parang we chuckle about it. But in fact, kung ikaw man yung nandun, kasi niisip niya, yung sarili niyang tao, nag-volunteer para lang magbigay
Right.
tapos kayo, pag nakalingat sila, lumalabas. When in fact, sila. And even my cousin who works as a doctor, infectious disease pa naman at PGH, later on malalaman natin kay yung ating guest na si Jeanette, kung how it is, maybe she can enter while because she's going to Pasay General Hospital, did she say? Is it Pasay General?
Yeah. She came from UST Hospital. She didn't say which hospital she was going to eh. Pero parang sabi niya, after the hospital, she'll be heading straight to the restaurant.
Okay, for the guesting nga. So,
right.
It is so important kasi nakikita natin ilang days nagpapakain si Chair and siya mismo pa yung nagluluto. Nagluluto nga lang ako para sa ko, nakakapagod talaga. There's so many things to do when you're cooking. It's not just really stirring the ladle there. It's not. It's a lot of prepping. So we'll have to take a look at why it's so important. Kung ano ba yung multiplier effect ng paglabas when we come back. Kasi hindi pa yata tumatago sa mga puso at sa coconut ng iba na kailangan stay home. Kasi you never know. It's like Chick-fil-A na pwede kang mahawa at pwede kang ihawa sa iba. And so we'll be, ayan, nasabid na ako kasi hindi na ako COVID.
Wag naman.
Take a break. I have to drink that water. Okay.
Samahan na natin si Rachel Bonus at Raul Santos dito sa KPI, Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo. Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide. Big Benta, a Pinoy e-commerce site made for you. Enjoy hassle-free shopping with multiple payment options available. May local support din, ready to assist. So you can enjoy peace of mind when you shop. Visit our website to check different product offerings. Get anything you want and avail everything you need in just one click. Big Benta by e-commerce, made for you. Naghahatid saya sa mga Pinoy, mga kantang tatak Pinoy. Kahit nasan ka man, kami ay mapapakinggan. Streaming worldwide. The future of radio in Manila, California, and Hong Kong. This is V81 Radio.
Malayo ka man sa iyong pamilya, dito ay hindi ka nag-iisa. Tiyak ito'y iyong hahanap-hanapin, dahil ito ang nagpapasaya sa atin.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Dahil mahal namin kayo.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio. Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man, ito'y mapapakinggan.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Dahil mahal namin kayo.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio.
Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko. Dahil mahal namin kayo. Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio.
Samahan na natin si Rachel Bonus at Raul Santos dito sa KPI, Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo. Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide.
And hello, we are back. And of course, we'd like to thank everybody who has joined us from different parts of the world. As you know, we can be downloaded. The app can be downloaded on iOS, Android, and we're also available on Amazon Echo and live streaming aside from Facebook, the 81 radio page, and which I've shared, and also on the 81radio.com. And where is Ral? Because we will be explaining together.
Right here. Yes.
We'll be explaining together. We'll start off with the positive again, why it's so important to be positive these days. And also, the positive actions of other people, like Gawad Kalinga. Have you heard of Gawad Kalinga?
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yes, it's a big organization doing civic, a lot of civic activities for the good, for the well-being of other people. And
Yeah, they're the
now,
ones who make the houses, diba? The
yeah,
low
parang
budget
habitat
housing.
before,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Okay, so now let's see what they've formed another group, KKK, kasi
All
against
right.
Corona. Okay, let me share that.
Oh, nice.
So, why is it important that we will be in quarantine? Because of the multiplier effects. So let's see. Si Dean will help us make it into a presentation slide. So first, let's see what Gawad Kalinga has been doing right now. They formed the Kalinga Contra Corona. Ang galing. KKK. Parang Katipunero. True
Oo
to
nga.
be Pinoy. Okay. So the KKK aims to gather funding for the beds because one of the Korean institutes, uh, ginawa nilang COVID quarantine center. So, they have to make sure that they're able to raise funds kasi syempre that's a big task to do. Okay, so Gao, let's help them now. Kalinga Contra Corona. They have partnered with the Quezon City LGU to be able to do this. And what's their goal? The goal is 150 beds to be put in that particular
Wow.
uh, Korean Institute in Quezon City. So, meron silang packages kung 5,000, kung 10,000, kung 20,000, but of course, any amount would help.
Of course.
They have next time we'll guest them, we'll reach out to them and to be able to talk about it more
Oo,
because
exciting yun.
yeah, this is a continuing effort. And batchmate ko, one of the very active members and officers of Gawad Kalinga, so we'll find out more about it.
Nice.
And also, so yan yung importante kung bakit we are reaching out to the different organizations. Now, we
Right.
were talking about the mental health. It's important kasi, one, it's important to remain positive. Like, for example, one small, can you see the screen, the particular slide?
Yes.
Okay. So, one small positive thought, it all starts out in the morning. Alam mo yun, parang let's not have a bad hair day every day anymore.
Right.
So, let's choose to just be positive. And kasi yung iba lumalabas dahil naboboard daw, di ba, sa
Uh-huh.
kanilang mga bahay. Paano bang hindi mabore? So, paano bang ano bang Tagalog ng boredom?
Mainip. Mainip.
Mainip, yes. Paano ba hindi maiinip sa bahay? Let's say that there are so many things, as you said, on online. There will be like yoga practices. There
Yes.
are what else?
Courses. Yun nga, pwede kayong
Courses
courses, learn something. Baka meron
for
kayong mga passions or interests na never kayo nagkaroon ng oras gawin or nagkaroon ng
right.
chance. This is your chance, di ba?
Yes, and they're for free, huh? Like you can
Exactly.
find out or even the mga in terms of fitness, there are dance classes online for free. There are high intensity interval training for free. There are yoga sessions for free. So anything that you enjoy, even cooking, I'm finding out a lot
Yeah.
about cooking. And then, kung wala kayong internet connection or those postpaid plans, you can get, di ba sila smart, marami sila ng mga package, mga parang sachet. Kasi nga
Right.
sachet economy tayo. So, you can still enjoy. And
Oh, di ba,
remember,
di ba, I don't know if you're aware, di ba, meron, alam ko recently, may mga, my in-laws, they're watching Phantom of the Opera for free. Di ba, may mga ganyan eh, yung mga
Inyo.
cats.
Right.
Oh,
And I heard the Chosen is very good. It's supposed to be online on YouTube, and it's a series of different different episodes about Jesus' life.
oh yeah,
So
that's right.
if you're that's something that it's your cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever your cup of tea is, everything. Mr. Google and YouTube are friends. So, no need to go out. Talagang couch potato, being a couch potato has a different meaning already right now. And then you can talk to your chat with your friends, but please stay at home, relax, and just keep having a good day. Although what we're saying that it's okay din naman. Okay lang naman to feel bad kasi syempre burong-buro ka na, 'di ba? So let's
Buro-buro.
see, nabobore. Talagang it's
Oh,
okay
exactly.
and not to feel okay because that's
Yeah.
who can stop us? But that's something that we have to fight. Call someone, talk to someone. In fact,
Mm.
sabi nga ng mga mental health practitioners, dear citizens, during the quarantine time, it is considered normal to talk to your plants, pots,
Oh,
even
I saw this. That's right.
but once they start talking back to you, start calling them instead. So please, so there's so many ways. And
Oh,
then,
tsaka that's another thing. It's also this might be your time to, if for example you have friends or relatives who you haven't spoken to in so long, 'di ba?
right,
Or
right.
yung mga hindi mo naisipan, hindi ka na naka-reconnect sa kanila, ngayon hindi mo na kasi kailangan puntahan eh. You can just
True.
start a Zoom call or Viber, Messenger,
Even FaceTime.
FaceTime, 'di ba? Video call, touch base, 'di ba? Parang now is the time to reconnect and establish or build or nurture relationships again. Kami nga nung family ko, because I'm always at work, I don't usually get to speak with him. But now, we have weekly, like lahat kami, all of my siblings, all of our kids,
Uh,
meron kaming parang weekly session. So actually, this is the most time we've spent together in a long time. Kasi every week, we spend about, 2 to 3 hours per day each week, di ba?
okay,
Because
well,
of technology.
I come from a big family. Cousins alone, I think, were 72. But this is different
Right.
generations. So
Right, yeah, yeah.
one cousin formed this family chat group, and you can jump in anytime and participate in the discussion. Because
Oh,
one
di
of
ba?
the yeah, it's so cool. One of the things that happened right before this, my cousin lives in the Valley area in Santa
Mm-hmm.
Rosa, and I kept saying, and she just moved there a year ago, and she's like my BFF. Hi, honey.
Okay.
So we'd say, we have to get together, we have to get together, and it never
Right.
happened. So when Taal happened, Taal eruption happened. So syempre, she had to
Oh,
keep cleaning her house. They were just
right.
full of mud and the ashes from the eruption.
Mm.
Uh, and then I realized, we should stop postponing things. So right after
Yeah.
that, nangyari naman to. So talagang hindi na kami nagkita. But now we are more in touch more than ever because of
'Di
the
ba?
chat.
Yun nga. Yeah. Or yun nga, yung video calls, 'di ba? Especially ako
Right.
recently, I just learned how to use those 'di ba sa Messenger, meron yung mga effects na pwedeng mag-iba-iba yung itsura mo. I do that with my kids, 'di ba? Or yung mga kids namin. So
I
it's
hope.
another fun way to do your calls.
Yeah.
Uh, Actually, and then my sister, meron silang yung barkada niya nung college. They also have these regular sessions. Ang cute nung ginagawa nila because what they do is every week when they have their meeting, there's like a theme. Kasi may trivia about
Oh,
ng barkada nila. Oh, nakakaliw eh, 'di ba? So, if you're just creative enough, you can make things a lot more fun, a lot more engaging kaysa yung regular lang na hi,
yeah.
hello, 'di ba?
That, yeah. Although my family naman, because we're so big, although my core family is small, but I belong to a clan. Everyone has their ideas. Everyone,
Right.
merong riddles that you have to solve. So be in touch with your
Ayun yung mga nasa Facebook and yung mga nasa social media, yung mga math games ba 'yan?
yeah, yeah. So hindi ko na nga nababantayan sa social media eh. So
Right.
all right. Now, we have to show why it's so important to stay at home while we're
Yes,
waiting for our guest na nasa ospital. I've nudged her, we can do it from the hospital. And
right.
I hope Okay. So let me share that other thing. Okay. All right. And here's another one, the multiplier effect of why we should be home. At
Oh,
now,
interesting.
yes, because we're grouped. Okay. But first, we have Charlie, the big benta guy. You know, it's an online marketplace, very Pinoy, and we'd love to have him over to to hear what challenges he has been encountering. Kasi it's a good thing that he's online, he has an online business eh. But
That's right.
now kasi di ba may directive na only food is allowed, only the essentials are allowed to be
Right.
delivered. So
Medicine.
how is he able to address that? Hi, Mr. Charlie D, who is also known as Charlie Pong of Big Media. Welcome to Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo.
Hi,
Yes,
Rachel.
welcome.
Hi, Ral.
Hey, Charlie.
Hi. So, we have a lot of difficulties in e-commerce. Unfortunately, even if we get the orders, nagkakaroon na ng problema in the part of inventories. Nagkakaubusan na ng even the food, the very basics.
Supply chain.
Nauubos. Yes. Well, other than delivery, may problema na. Meron pang problema ngayon sa inventory.
Right.
Nauubos na because we're over above 1 month na, and a lot of manufacturing companies have not run their production.
Yes.
Simple things like milk, milk powder, mga ingredients for food, and condiments nagkakaubusan na. So we're just hopping from one merchant to another, trying to get hold of those. Actually, kahit na hindi na nga merchants namin we're trying to do a some sort of a semi-manual kind of procurement for them just to satisfy some of our orders, but talagang problema na yung inventory ng mga food products and condiments.
Right. Understandably. Oh.
But you know, now that you say that, I really wanted to reach out to you because I belong to so many groups of the gulay. Have I sent you anything,
Oh,
Ral?
yeah,
The
yeah.
gulay or
Yeah, that's right.
mga ganyan. And I wanted to, because they operate in silos eh. And so if I want to order something, it has to be just one marketplace. Mas gusto ko yung ano lang yung pupuntahan ko na marketplace. And I've always wanted to have a marketplace, but in a different level, different scale. But I want to take it baby steps. That's why I wanted to reach out also to to Charlie and to Rolly.
Well,
Right.
to be just to be straight as well, Rachel. Kasi before the ECQ, before this pandemic happened, ordering of food online, except for the ready to eat food now, of course yung mga galing sa restaurants and fast food, those are given already by Grab Food, Food Panda and stuff. But yung food in general, the one that you find in groceries, are not really that strong. So it's sa e-commerce, whenever you go to the top e-commerce marketplace, the top selling products are not food related. It just so happens na itong, of course, ECQ has totally changed that. That's why even the big marketplace player, medyo nagulat rin kami at nabigla because suddenly limited noon ang choices namin or inventories namin for food. Suddenly wala na kaming maibentang other products but food, and nagkagulo-gulo.
Yeah. I think this is such a game changer because when I lived in the States, and you did too, di ba, Charlie?
Yes.
It's been some time that it's not as widely popular because even Amazon has bought brick and mortar for their grocery, even if they
Yes.
can deliver.
Yeah.
But since this is such a game changer, it will go back to magpapadeliver na lang ako. I have some cousins who get, even before the pandemic happened, they were having their groceries delivered. And I would ask, kamusta ang delivery dito? Tapos sabihin nila, meron lang service charge. Kasi kung ayaw mong, if you know your grocery stores already.
Oo.
Yeah.
Yun yung maganda. So, yun,
Mm.
that's something I wanted to do to be able to consolidate in a marketplace. Like if I want grocery or hardware, that's something that we can look into because you have the infrastructure already in
Yes.
Right.
place.
Well, definitely, I can almost bet that as soon as this ECQ is over, even the big marketplace player would really now start putting emphasis on food and essentials as part of
Yeah.
their mainstream product offering or categories. Kasi syempre medyo noon hindi gumagalaw nga, but ngayon this is an eye opener, and the entire the entire experience has been that it's also an educator to the Filipino market that
Agree.
ordering food online is not a bad thing. Actually, it works,
Yeah.
and even in crisis situation, it's still one of those things that works. So, for e-commerce players right now in the market, we will really definitely strengthen that food and essential part of the product categories.
Right. In terms of e-commerce.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, this will be a whole new ball game because you watch out for the major supermarkets because
Yeah.
there will be a sprouting of smaller players who can be
Mhm.
online. In fact, I
Yeah.
was just looking at because malakas ang anak ko sa milk eh. You know those wala naman tayo ng fresh milk by the gallon here, but she likes it liquid. So I
Mm.
buy those UHT. And someone, sabi ko, ba't ang dami mong binibenta? Because someone just approached me by the box already. So there are smaller distributors, not necessarily the manufacturer themselves, but they
Exactly.
need to be in one location, in one marketplace. Because even the
Mhm.
sari-sari stores, meron silang pinupuntahan na distribution center. Eh. It's not directly, say, to a Nestle. Eh. Meron pang smaller distribution center that the
Yes.
small sari-sari stores go to. So that
Oo.
is what an online marketplace could also be.
Yes.
So that
Definitely.
I can go and not go. I can go to the marketplace and online and not go anymore to the supermarket. It is time consuming to go to the
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
supermarket.
Mhm.
But I do like it because it's a therapeutic to find out the trends and what are the new products. And honestly, when I go buy something online, I've checked it first on the brick and mortar. Like,
Right.
not just
Yeah.
the
A lot of
review.
people naman do that nga, no? Oo nga.
Really? And I can never buy, whenever I buy clothing online, it's a fail because I don't have the Miss Universe body. I have to make sure it's fitting, it's falling well on my body.
Right.
So, but we will be heading to another break. But before that, before we continue our discussion with Charlie and the experience of the online, kasi isipin mo parang, yes, online is the way to go. But
Yeah.
paano nasa-solve yung yung logistics problem? Kasi nga you don't necessarily have all the food essentials, the meds. That's not really what your
Mhm.
core product line was. So how do you go about it?
Well, for I guess for us right now, there's we're just trying to make do of what we have or what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
Even the merchants are, even if we actually twist the arms of our merchants, wala na eh. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't have a playbook of how to actually operate an full-blown e-commerce operation under a pandemic,
Because it's the
period.
first time that it is happening.
Oo, and even sa logistics, we kind of discovered a lot of issues that we never thought that it was an issue during normal operation. Pero ngayon, it's out in the open. And there would, just like the e-commerce will change, the merchants and their products will change. the logistics will definitely also change in a way. And everybody, I think, even our consumers right now who has never tried online, suddenly, literally order something online every other day. They would also change after the new normal comes. And yeah, that's pretty much our life moving forward, I guess.
Yeah, because we all need to change. It doesn't matter who you are. For us to be able to get
Oh, yeah.
over to the other side of this, we all need to
Oo.
change talaga eh.
Yeah.
Yes, on that note, that was such a realization also. Nabuti na lang I wasn't into any of the luxury spending, also because I had to change. But as Senator Pacquiao said, kung maganda man kotse mo, maganda man bag mo, maganda man ang suot mo, it doesn't even matter now because
Yeah.
there's no way you can use it. So we're all in an even playing field right now, wherever
Yeah.
you are in the world, whether you're a first world country or a developing country. But of course, we're on the laylayan, as it is said. Pero supposedly, like US, they have a good healthcare system, much better compared to us, but they're doing much worse managing the epidemic wise. So we'll come back with our guest right after the break.
Ano natin si Rachel Bonus at Raul Santos dito sa KPI, Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo. Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide. Kabayan, nahuhumsik ka ba? I-download na ang aming mobile app at mag-enjoy sa mga kantang tatak Pinoy and feel like you're home. The V81 Radio mobile app available in App Store and Google Play Store. V81 Radio mobile app, free now, free forever. Samahan na natin si Rachel Bonus at Raul Santos dito sa KPI, Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo. Dito lang yan sa V81 Radio World.
And hi, we will have our Pukaberry owner, Jeanette Marco, right in a few minutes. But in the meantime, let's get back to Charlie on what he was saying on how to address the logistics and the supply challenges. At in the meantime, while we are waiting for our colleagues and co-anchor, let us see kung bakit nga importante na. Okay, nandito na si Charlie. Okay, Charlie, as you were saying, is it the logistics, but also not just the logistics, but also the supply, where to get your stuff?
Yes, well, kasi for example, the supplies of inventories, it's either on the limited locations of the warehouses of the merchants. It could be coming from itself on the wholesale big warehouses that cannot be mobilized very easily when this whole pandemic came. Doon nagkaroon ng disruption. There were instances that they can actually partially deliver to the small warehouses all across the city. But medyo syempre nung the entire ECQ came about, you could just imagine every major warehouses in the whole of the Metro Manila were suddenly looking for trucks to deliver their goods all across Metro Manila. So that didn't really happen until a few days, and even at that, when the checkpoints were in place, those big trucks are not allowed anymore to ply the routes. So talagang major disruption on the movements of products and getting those products to places where it's supposed to be needed. yun ang naging problema. And of course, kasi yung mga products na yan usually when it's manufactured in the Philippines or in the manufacturing companies, of course the people need to stock probably a few weeks to a month. So after some time na walang pasok yung mga tao dun or ating workers sa manufacturing, medyo bababa yung inventory level nila. That will become an issue. That doesn't help pa na there were, of course, during the first week of the ECQ, so much hoarding happened. So probably sometimes like what you thought in the groceries can last you for a week of inventory suddenly disappeared in 2 days. Then wala na, everything is just really chaos. If they wanted more products into their shelves of the groceries, they can't because the movements of products are limited already during the time.
So again, everyone, Charlie is the man behind Big Benta. It's an Pinoy online market.
Yeah.
And pag Pinoy online marketplace, it's just everything that's sourced here within the metro, within the country.
Well, for us, we only cater to the Philippine market, no, nationwide. Um, so our customers are here, and even our suppliers, merchants, and partners are all based in the Philippines. That's what we would like to concentrate first. And of course, when we get bigger, then you can move to another country. But for the time being, we're just busy expanding our business here in the Philippines.
Okay.
So is it business to business, B2B or B2C?
Right now, we're currently doing B2C, but we have plans. Shortly after this pandemic period is over, we will definitely activate our B2B platform, which is different. It's a different site. It's a different platform altogether from Big Benta.
So Alibaba?
Well, kasi sa kanila medyo it's a little different. The model in China is different. Major manufacturing sila, iba talaga yung way of them doing the B2B platform business there. Dito sa Pilipinas, hindi magiging ganon. It's definitely much smaller but really customized kasi iba yung behavior ng business to business model dito sa
That's right.
sa Pilipinas.
I agree. Although I think that the trend will also be similar to what happened. Nga, diba, Alibaba and sila Jack Ma, they all rose after that pandemic in what, 07 was it? No, not pandemic, but with SARS, diba?
SARS.
Yeah, when they
was
benefited
after
from
SARS.
that.
Yeah, exactly. So I think a lot of the e-commerce or digital businesses, or even the businesses that are not digital now but would be willing to go digital after this pandemic, can also contribute to that massive wave that will happen after this whole thing.
That's true.
So is that something that you're preparing to really forge on?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's it's not well, it's like this pandemic period. There a lot of different online businesses out there. You have your e-learning, you have your fashions, you have your education, agri-tech, and stuff like that. The oldest among all of them is usually the e-commerce. That's why the e-commerce as a whole is not really sexy anymore. Just like it's already, not the new kid. And but during this pandemic, literally almost nothing works other than e-commerce.
Yeah.
And now
absolutely,
it's a time to discover and revisit the model. This time we have to really strengthen the entire end-to-end fulfillment model of an e-commerce, regardless of what product category it would be. Kasi at the end of the day, just like what we are experiencing right now, it's a lesson that it is one of those things that actually work, and it would have worked much better if the design is had considered crisis situations such as this.
But after this, that's what's going to happen. The design will
That's
now
what's
be
going.
exactly.
Absolutely. I think it's really going to highlight. I mean, for one thing, the businesses that have never gone or not considered online or digital will
Yep.
suddenly, put that in their roadmap of this year's things to do. They're gonna
Uh-huh.
go online and they're gonna seek marketplaces such as our company to be there, and we would be really busy putting the kind of fulfillment model that's supposed to be there from the very beginning.
All right. Exciting times.
Yeah, as long as you're ready and you're one step at least ahead. Kasi after this, talagang we've got to be prepared.
Oh, I think the
Yeah.
name of the game after this is how nimble enough, or how fast can you adjust, or how willing to change you will be. Yun ang magiging labanan after this eh. Kung sino yung pinakamagaling na mag-adjust, pinakamabilis mag-adjust to cope to this whole big change globally.
Yes. And I think even it's an equal spotlight for us. Not just only for the e-commerce but also the entire logistics. Um, yung most of the models of the logistics were really almost dead on its track, stopped during the pandemic because of the situation. But there are very few, like the Lala moves, very limited the Grab that actually works for food and essentials.
Right.
There are literally dozens or more logistics companies out there. They don't have that kind of model with the Lala Move or Grab, for example. They should probably start considering that, and because it's already a given na yung dalawa umaandar while the rest are just you know in the back seat. And if you don't have that kind of flexibility or capability as a logistics company, it exposes you. So,
Right.
yun.
Feeling ko nga kami rin eh. In our line of business kasi we're naman in ERP, talagang after this we're gonna be really busy. Because yun nga, a lot of the businesses that weren't that open before to digitalization or e-commerce or all of that,
Yes.
wala na eh. It's either you adapt or you get left behind, di ba?
Oh. Yeah, well, we have even colleagues and friends that were for one time before were satisfied with their internet connection via DSL. They really are now scratching their head. I should have gotten fiber. I should have gotten this.
Oh.
But of course, even if you want to, call your internet service provider, they cannot do anything.
Wala na,
So
oo.
biglang magkakaroon even on the connectivity perspective, yun ang I think major upgrade in the entire country. What's going to happen?
Uy, yun, that's something to look forward to. Medyo, yun, excited ako nun kung talagang umayos. Kasi I think, at the moment, in Southeast Asia, medyo behind yung connectivity natin dito eh, di ba? So,
Exactly.
makahabol man lang tayo. Medyo makahabol tayo sa mga neighboring countries natin.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a really good thing.
And kasi I also came from a telco, and the name of the game is in the future is really connectivity for most of the telco operators. If you have these two different technologies deployed, one is a DSL and one is a fiber,
Right.
you will understand from the business model that a fiber infrastructure is far more efficient and cost effective to operate than the DSL. It's just that you cannot turn off the DSL if there are still people insisting on using DSL.
That's right.
Hindi mo siya pwedeng patayin eh. Hindi mo siya pwedeng i-force rin yung customer na yun to move to fiber kasi of course the fiber modem costs something tapos reinstallation would cost something. But
Tama.
I think now there would be even yung mga buildings right now na were built up 10 and 10 plus years ago, they were
Right.
never fitted with fiber, and now I think seriously they need to even consider those.
Kaya mas aggressive na ngayon marketing and sales yung mga fiber, nag-o-offer ng fiber connection eh, di ba?
Yes,
Because they
exactly.
know it's their time eh.
Oo. So yeah, this pandemic really highlighted the serious need of our internet capability in this country to be really improved.
Right. That's also gonna be good for our business. Kung
For
maganda yung
everybody, I think. Oo.
for everyone, lalo na yung mga nag-work from home nga, di ba, working remotely, all of these
Exactly.
things will need really good internet connection eh, for
Oo.
communication.
Okay.
Yeah, but yung ating chairperson from Barangay Quiapo, 306, that's the reason why he couldn't join now because of the failure of his
Oo nga eh.
they've been paying for it and hindi sila makakonect talaga, ang sama talaga. So,
Okay.
yung fiber parang if there's still limitation on providing the service, even if the infrastructure is there, but they're just so overwhelmed, it still has to be addressed too.
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely. I no doubt about it. Even for it's a good thing for us, for the very few that actually has fiber, in their homes, in their offices and stuff. But for most that are still using DSL, I'm not doing any plug-in for the internet companies, but you guys have to really start considering of putting fiber in as your
Yeah.
preferred connectivity because the cost of DSL and fiber are very little, and the speeds of fiber is many times higher than a DSL.
Yeah. So the value that you get talaga is a lot more eh.
Yes.
Actually,
Exactly.
I am not on fiber yet because based on experience of the neighborhood here, the ones on fiber, once they're down, it's weeks on end before they can even have their connectivity back up. So unlike me, siguro parang mas madali siguro yung switch, I'm not aware, but we are hardly down. It's much slower, yes, but I'm considering what do I really do with my connection as
Right.
because I'm not really online. I don't have a marketplace, and that's
Yes.
something very important.
Oh.
So yun lang, yun yung downside from the perspective of the user vis-a-vis the ones providing you the service. Kung
Yeah.
gaano ba kabilis maserbisyohan pag nawala. Because that's a
Right.
common experience of those subscribing to the fiber optic, and we know that there are not a lot of providers for fiber optic. So pag
Yeah.
na-down sila, talagang online makikita mo sila ang galit na galit, ranting.
Right. Which I think is the reason nga also kung bakit nangyayari yun is because medyo hindi pa nga ganun ka-ready or hindi pa as established yung fiber. But once it's so widely established, fully established everywhere,
Yeah.
yun ang talagang yun ang magiging, that'll be the day.
Yeah. That's true. I agree about.
For now kasi habang di pa ready, parang syempre they're pushing for it pero pagka dahil hindi pa ganun ka robust yung preparation nila ng setup, pag nawawala yung connection, hindi pa ganun kabilis yung pagbalik nila ng service eh. Pero eventually it'll get there.
Yes. Well, for us, it's a good thing that Big Benta, just like most of the online companies here or us right now, we are more digital than most companies. That's why we have been able to adapt very very quickly in a matter of days. Yeah, that's a good thing. Our
Mm-hmm.
preparedness and our readiness is very high on digital because the nature of our business. Uh, but that doesn't really mean that for traditional or brick and mortar companies they cannot do that. I'm a technology person, that's why I could drive things, and I hope for other companies they would be doing the same thing. People on top of their helm, the leaders of their companies, they should start
Right.
not just thinking about digital, but it's really a must. It's really a survival decision that you have to go digital. The sooner the better.
Absolutely. Agree.
Yeah, so our guest, well, si Chapo Chair Joey, talaga nagkaroon with, while we're talking about connectivity, the
Yun ang naging
challenge
issue.
the challenge is that very connection. And to think, Chapo, this is where the heart of the small businesses are,
Right.
and yet a lot of things are happening there they don't have. I think it all started when it was overwhelmed during the Nazareno back in January,
Mm.
kasi by February wala na silang wifi.
Yeah.
And then our other frontliner hero, si Jeanette, is still in the hospital. So, na hindi siya makakonect because maingay where she is. So, we'll have to reschedule that. But we have to end because we have a show right after this, and they have to prepare also the connection. They have to ensure that everything is rightly well connected. So we have to say goodbye and please stay home. We have more coming for you next week. It's very exciting next week because we're going outside of Metro Manila. We will be getting in touch. We are in touch with someone from Calamba, Laguna, and we
Oh,
will also have the Gypsy Art, Gourmet Gypsy
oh,
restaurant. They see what
really?
yeah.
Yeah. I'm a
So
big fan, and they're friends of
yes,
ours. Okay.
yes, Waya, who is
Yeah,
so
Waya, that's right.
yeah,
She's
who's
one of the first people who introduced us to keto, actually.
Keto, yes. And
Yeah.
when I found out, because she was given to me as a guest. She was referred to me because of all the outreach that we're doing. That
Right.
who are doing fantastic work with LGU. And then I found out that she is behind Gourmet Gypsy, and I've been getting my keto fix there.
Yeah.
So, although hindi
And
talaga
I
ako,
really like I like
they're
their
good
advocacy. All of their employees are
with special
people
needs.
with special needs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he
it's
employs
so
only people with special needs, so it's
even
giving them a
she even has a school for it. On
exactly.
yeah, so admirable, and we will
Yeah,
be having her next week, and also
awesome.
yeah, it's so good. And I was just so excited when I was talking to her because I go to your place, and did you even know that she is the daughter of the late Jerry Araos,
Yes,
uh,
yes,
the
that's right. The
sculptor,
artist. Yeah.
the artist. Yeah, so many things I find out, and it just got me so excited. So again, everybody, have a good weekend, and thank you, Charlie. We want to hear more about what you're doing, and me especially because, as you know, I don't know if you remember our initial discussion. Why am I so into the digital space? Why what's in it for me? It's because of that.
The
Um,
marketplace.
the marketplace and the logistics. So
Yeah.
it's really the stars are aligning, and something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Ral.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, that's been a good discussion, Raul. Thank you very much.
All right,
Okay, and
thank
we'll
you.
see you next weekend, and
All
we'll be
right.
in touch within the week.
Yeah.
Okay,
Happy weekend,
bye.
everyone.
Yeah,
Bye.
Bye
bye.
bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ano na nga ba ang nangyayari sa Pinas? May pagbabago ba? Umuunlad ba tayo? Kausapin natin ang iba't ibang namumuno sa mga lokal na pamahalaan at national agencies na sumusuporta sa mga proyekto para sa kaunlaran. Liputin natin ang iba't ibang lugar sa Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao para malaman ang mga pagbabago at mga bagong destinasyon. Kilalanin kung sino-sino ang mga nasa LGU. Ano pa ang impact ng LGU sa araw-araw nating pamumuhay? Learn more about your city dito sa KPI, Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo. KPI, Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo. Samahan si Rachel Bonus at Raul Santos tuwing Sabado, 1:00 ng hapon, Philippine Time. KPI, Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo. KPI, Kaunlaran at Pagbabago para sa inyo. Dito lang yan para sa inyo sa V81 Radio. Tunog Pinoy, Tatak Pinoy, the future of radio. This is your all-hits, all-Pinoy internet radio station. This is V81 Radio Worldwide.
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man, ito'y mapapakinggan. Oh, V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Dahil mahal namin kayo. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio.